In the US, 80% of single parents are mothers. Only 69% of children now are living with two parents. Women are currently taking care of children two-thirds to 100% of the time, as compared to men. And unfortunately, these single mothers, over 45% of them, are living below the poverty line. The single moms are also cohabitating with other people, not their husbands or their boyfriends, in order to support their children. Meanwhile, single fathers have also increased by 60% in the last 10 years. There's also an increasing trend that single men are getting surrogate mothers so that they can be single and take care of the children by themselves. But single fathers are way better off than single mothers, as 90% of them are employed and 72% of them have a full-time job. Regardless, being a single father and single mother is definitely way harder than having a full household of two parents. I could speculate that men might choose to have kids of their own rather than having a marriage and getting a wife and raising kids together is because the divorces are definitely way more tougher for men, as I've seen in anecdotally many cases where men had their kids taken away from the court of law and they will never see their kids again. And the woman in the divorces makes it really hard for them to see the kids ever again. And they spend extraordinary amount of money just to continue in the court. So maybe men are not seeing as much incentives to get married and have a kid and settle down properly. But regardless, some of them still wants to have kids, and so we are seeing more single parents. This graph here essentially shows that it's way better off to be married than to be alone. So for those that are making six figures and above, at the last pillar there, we can see that married people have the highest income distribution of almost 40% in combined effort. This could be because women are supporting the men at home so that they can focus on their career or vice versa. Or maybe it's also that people who have higher incomes tend to have it easier making money and starting a family. Or it could also be that people who have high conscientiousness are more likely to make more money and more likely to stay married. But regardless, on the more lower income side of things, female essentially dominates all of the lower income pillars. So it's very tough for moms to be single mothers. And although more women are going to school and getting education, they're not choosing the high earning careers that are male dominated, and therefore it's still significantly hard for them to maintain and take care of the child by themselves. And very few married couples are significantly poor. What are your thoughts? Do you want to get married?